Hi everyone, Brett here at High Altitude Scale Modeling. Today we're going to look at some new resin parts that I got a hold of from Clearly Scale. It's a company out of Canada that Jan Hayer from the Reveiw Model Shop got me fixed up with. There's some beautiful resin parts, resin engines. Ever since Ross Gibson went out of business, we have had a lack of really good resin engines in the modeling community. Hopefully Clearly Scale will be able to fill some of that gap. We're not going to go through all of these today. Some of these are for a special build I'm doing, so we're going to put those aside. And we're going to start with the transmission for the T56 6-speed manual. As you can see, get you the light just right. The molding on that is really good. Casting on it, I mean. There we go. We've had a black background. It wasn't all scratched up. You'll see it better. But anyway, level with the one casting end. Nothing really needs to be cleaned up on it. Looks very nice. Going to fit really well into one of the new modern engine sets I got from Clearly Scale. Next, we're going to look at some resin seats. These are Mopar original equipment seats, all detailed up and ready to go. These parts here I'm going to put into a 2013 Dodge Challenger somewhere down the road. After I finish a couple of my other cars that I'm working on, I'm currently working on a 70 Mustang and a special car for the ISM magazine. As you can see, nice detail, two different colors, I don't know why. But some nice detail in the seats, the sides, for the seat belts. Actually, those are for folding the seats, sorry. So, they're alright. I imagine once they're painted up, they're going to look a lot better. Get them painted up and a little touch of weathering on it. But they feel really nice, really solid. There's not going to be any seam lines on them like when you glue the halves of the seats together, which every car company seems to think we need. Alright, and then set of 4 brake rotors. These two have the parking brake attachments to them. They're also vented. So, like these have the parking brake attachment right here in the caliper. You can see you could drill out all the holes for venting them. Very nicely detailed. Again, don't know how well you'll be able to see that. Well, that's not too bad. It would just stay focused. Well, you got a glimpse of it. Then you have the ones without the parking brake. So I'm guessing these are for the front wheels. There we go. So 4 of those, front and rear wheels. Next we're going to look at the engine that I'm going to use for the Challenger when I build it. I haven't looked at it yet. It's a Hemi LX 6.4 liter, 392 cubic inch. You've got one package of smaller detail parts. And then I've got all the engine parts and the instructions. We should probably look at those too. Alright. Engine block. Very nicely detailed. Oil pan's already connected. Good points for the oil filter. This is the front of the engine. So it would go here with all your starter, your alternator. So your starter with your alternator, your pulleys. I honestly have no idea what part of the engine this is. But again, really nicely detailed. Actually, I think that goes on here. Yep. It's the top manifold. It's fuel injected, I forgot. These cylinder heads, valve covers, already pre-drilled for the spark plugs, and headers, 2 headers. This, a pump of some sort. This is an air filter. Finely ridged detail on that. Looking really good. In here, we have all the actual pulley assemblies. Too many tiny parts in there. Got the pulleys. You're going to have to clean out all this resin in between the pulleys, both sets. And then you've got parts I have no idea what they're for, but there's the oil filter. There's the starter right there. Alright, the instructions. See how well they do their instructions. One sheet instructions. Tells you what all the parts are. You want to freeze that and see what parts you get. And then it tells you how to put it together, connect the engine block, align the bottom contact surfaces, mount the accessory plate, so on and so forth. This is their website information, clearlyscale.com, or Clearly Scale on Facebook. They are in Canada, so it takes a little longer to get the parts, but I do highly recommend them. There's some very nice resin parts, especially this engine. Like I said, without Ross Gibson anymore, we're having a definite shortage of decent resin engines. And I'm hoping Clearly Scale can start doing some 60s and 70s engines as well. So that's all I have today. Look out for a more detailed, in-depth use of these in my upcoming magazine article in ISM Magazine. Please subscribe, enjoy, watch our live show every Tuesday and Friday at ISM Live at the Bench. And thanks for all for watching. Stay together, my styrene craftsman brothers.